This episode is brought to you by the members of the You Run Podcast Network. A place where everyone is a loved member of the podcasting community. To link up with these shows and find your next podcast addiction, visit YouRunPodcast.com.
You want to die tonight?
Late at night, I tune into your show, where you talk horror with a unique flow. Your voice is like sirens, draws me in, as you pick apart movies on murder and sin. Scott and Marc set the scene. I hang on every word lost in the screen. Your passion for fear is contagious enough. You make me believe in Marc's fucking long roundups. You run podcast, horror movie review, sharing facts and playing games too. Your words paint pictures of darkness and dread, leaving me grinning long after you fled. You run podcast. You run podcast.
Round one, fight!
Hello and welcome to the You Run Podcast Horror Movie Review. My name is Scott.
My name is Marc.
And we are a horror movie review show that comes to you once a week, and it is completely run and controlled by all of you who listen every single week. You pick the movies, you get involved in interactive features, you leave us voicemails, you drive the narrative of this show, and me and Marc are but puppets that you control like some evil... Exactly that, like this, like evil puppet masters by the movies that you choose. We have a great episode lined up today, and I am not kidding. Like, we are diving into a movie that we all love. Everyone loves it. Even if you say you don't, you're fucking lying, because you do. We're going to give you our thoughts on the movie. We're going to give you our score of the movie. Then we're going to do a deep dive into everything we loved. There's nothing we hated, everything we loved about this movie. And then after that, we're going to dive into interactive features, and we're going to play a game, which today is Meltdown, the most frustrating, rage bait inducing horror movie quiz in the world, without a doubt. As it is a Meltdown episode, regular listeners will already know that this means we have a guest, and we have the only guest we could possibly have for this. And as it's become a thing now, this like personalized songs for our guests, we're just going to play the personalized song and let the song introduce our guest. So welcome to the show. I don't know why it's done that. Bear with me, please. We're just going to have a quick pause. Hold on, everybody. Apologies for that technical error. We don't edit, so you get to hear it. Here is the introduction for our fabulous guest.
Step inside, leave your shoes at the door. Jim's retro Emporium has what you're looking for. From the Spice Girls style to the fatality fight, this big gay bear's gonna treat you right. He's big, he's bearded, and he's full of nostalgia. Got a Sega controller that'll absolutely wow ya. Zigga zig zigga out with retro moves. Come on in, Big Jim, it's time to groove.
I'm keeping that.
That is brilliant. That is fucking brilliant.
Hello. You could have warned me before I took a drink. I just spat it everywhere.
The funny thing is, like, when we do things like, I can see everybody else when they're off the screen, and I watched you take a big mouthful and then almost choke and have to put it down, and you're like wiping your top. Fucking brilliant. Hi, Jim. How are you? Welcome.
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm going to call you a big gay bear for the rest of my life. I'm going to enjoy
Called a
every minute
lot
of it.
worse.
So yeah, Jim is here. Jim is Jim's Retro Emporium, who shares a whole host of really, really cool shit across his social media. You can find him at Jim's Retro Emporium on Instagram. Jim is also a very close friend of the show and of me and Marc. Was an attendee at my stag do, which got very, very messy. Jim is here because, as you can probably see from Jim's attire and his background, he is about the biggest Mortal Kombat nerd on the face of planet Earth.
Yes.
One of them, at least.
I would say the biggest, to be honest with you. I've never met a man who loves this franchise as much as you do, which is great. It doesn't really suit your personality, I'll be honest with you, but I think it's fantastic for you that you're into it.
That's an understatement. Well, are we going to get onto the game, Scott, or are you just going to leave that?
Yes, we should bring that into account, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
because there was a lot of hype regarding
Billy
it.
Big Bollocks.
Yeah, there was a lot of hype leading into a Mortal Kombat match between me and Jim on my stag do, which I got absolutely annihilated. I mean, annihilated. Like, it was literally this bad. This is all I heard every time I touched the controller.
Brutality. Fatality.
Like, the moment you were claiming to even attempt to take on Jim at Mortal Kombat, I stayed away from it. I don't think me and you even played that game because I just knew it weren't even worth my time. And I'm quite good at Mortal Kombat, I'll be honest with you. I'm very good at certain aspects of that game. But I was like, nah, not for me. That I don't need the humiliation this evening.
But you know what? You freaked me out, Scott. You got me to that point where I thought, fuck, he's going to be good. He's going to beat me. He's going to beat me. And I got really nervous.
It'll be a fluke. Don't worry about it.
There's a lot on the line here.
That video of Jim Jim doing this.
Flawless victory.
Again and again and again will be up on our Patreon the day after this hits Patreon. That video does exist and it is going to be shared. So if you subscribe to Patreon, you get to see Jim humiliate me and hear me in the background while I'm being humiliated going, no, Jim, stop it. No. Ah!
I think the sound bites for that might be a little bit better than the actual video footage, I'll be honest.
This episode, if you haven't guessed already, we are covering Mortal Kombat 1995. This come into being actually on the stag do because Mortal Kombat 2021 was voted in to be on the episode. And me, Marc, and Jim had many, many beers and went, wouldn't it be cool if we covered Mortal Kombat 95?
No. You two said to me, oh, we're doing Mortal Kombat soon. And I said, what the fuck? And you haven't asked me. And that's how it happened.
That is how it happened. And you said, I'd rather come on for the 95. And I said, we would love to cover the 95, but unfortunately it's not up to us. And then Scott said, well, I'll pull the two of them together. And we'll see which one comes out on top. And here we are. And we're all now happy. We don't need to bicker. This is a nice episode, boys.
No, we're only getting started.
Yeah, and it was a landslide. It was like 83% to 17 landslide in favor of 95. The film serves as the first adaptation of the Mortal Kombat game and follows key characters Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, and Johnny Cage as they travel to Outworld to compete in the tournament to decide the fate of the world, guided by the ever incredible Christopher Lambert and his exceptional accent as Lord Raiden. We see our competitors go up against fan favorites, including Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kano, Reptile, Goro, and of course, Shang Tsung. The film is about as nostalgia heavy as you can possibly get for me. Despite knowing of and seeing all of the flaws every time I watch it, I love this film unconditionally. The fight sequences are spectacular, especially Sonya versus Kano. That holds a very special place for me.
I wonder why.
I have no idea. As does Liu Kang versus Reptile. It incorporates enough of the game that satisfies the game nerd in me, but does enough to adapt itself to make it its own thing. Practical effects on Goro, although they're really dated, are a testament to why you should use practical effects on every single creature. I loved every second of what this must be my 1 millionth watch of Mortal Kombat. If you were expecting any form of critical review from me today,
fuck off.
you were going to be massively disappointed. Like I said to Mark, me and Mark were messaging when I was watching this. I'm like, I'm probably going to score it a 4.5. Like I can't really give it a 5. I rewatched it and went, it's a 5. This gets a full 5 out of 5. It deserves no less. It is absolute gold. Mark, where are you with this?
So for me, this is a movie that shaped my childhood. I had this movie on repeat growing up. It is without question one of the greatest movies to come from the 90s. And even though we now live in 2026, sorry, I'm forgetting where we are in time. This movie is still as great as it was when it was first released. When I watched this the other night, it just took me back to a time period in my life that just filled me with joy and happiness. Now, I can sit here and I can criticize the wonky dialogue. I can criticize the half-hearted choreographed fight sequences that happen throughout. I can criticize some of the acting from various cast members within this movie. I could criticize the terrible CGI that features Reptile throughout various points in this movie and the crazy Scorpion get over here, crazy hand things. I could even go as far as to criticize Johnny Cage choosing to swing rapidly round and round a pole before executing his final blow to Scorpion, in which, by the way, is the greatest fight in this movie. If anybody tells me any fight is better than the Johnny Cage Scorpion fight, then you're on the wrong episode.
Yeah, I've got a different one. Mine's Reptile and
I agree.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, we'll get
Johnny
to that.
Cage and Scorpion. It's Johnny Cage Scorpio. That is the greatest fight in this movie, without question. However, this movie, fuck, man. Flawless victory. It's a 5 out of 5. This is the greatest movie of the 90s. I would never, ever begrudge my time watching this movie, ever. Whether I watch it from the start or whether I tune into the last 20 minutes. This is a movie that is always going to get high praise from me. How the hell it's ended up on this show, I have no idea, but I am so glad it's here. It is a perfect movie. And if you haven't seen Mortal Kombat, what the fuck are you doing with your life? This movie will change it. I swear to God, this will make you feel things you've never felt before in your life. If you're a kid who grew up in the 90s and hasn't seen Mortal Kombat, this movie, watching it again in 2026, will transport you to a place you never knew existed. It is fantastic.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Jim, where are you with this?
Meh.
Fuck off.
Everything Marc said and more. Yeah, I can't fault it. It holds a very special place in my heart, so I can't criticize any of it. The CGI, the dial, any of it.
No, but it's there. It's glaringly there. That's the thing.
Pure nostalgia. Yeah. I mean, you talk about comfort movies. This is my ultimate, I think.
Yeah, I agree with
definitely.
you as well. I think
you could watch it over and over.
Place. Yeah.
What score have you got for this, Jim?
I hadn't thought of what we doing out of 5 or 10, but either way, top marks 5.
Do you know what's really, really hilarious and kind of fitting for this show more than any other review show out there? Mortal Kombat now sits top of the leaderboard for movies we've reviewed in 2026.
Yes.
I'm happy with that. I am happy with that.
So am I. Like that, as far as we're all concerned, like this is a win all round.
End of episode.
Our work here is done.
There are some film critics out there that listen to this show that have just gone, "Oh, fuck you guys, no review, fuck you guys."
Fuck them.
Exactly that. Let's take a quick break, and then we're going to dive into everything we love about this movie.
Got a favorite movie on your mind? Imagine showing that to someone for the first time. Well, grab your popcorn and find a good spot and tune your ears into the reaction shot. Hosted by Dave, a true movie buff. He brings on a guest who hasn't seen the stuff. Fresh eyes, big laughs, from the wild to sublime. It's the first time watch every single time.
When the midnight hour's creeping near and you're looking for a dose of cinematic fear,
So go and check out yourunpodcast.com for all of the other members of the You Run Podcast Network, the Reaction Shot Podcast, the Under the Floor Podcast, and all of the others. We've got everything from true crime to cryptids to deep dive reviews of TV, news, like literally anything you want is there. Also on there, you'll find links to all of our social media. We're at You Run Podcast absolutely everywhere. Instagram is where you go to pick the movies. Everywhere else is where you go for some kind of bastardized version of what we have on Instagram. That's the most honest truth I can give you. Instagram get the purest form of my content, and everywhere else it is modified to play within the rules. So on Instagram, it's a little bit less reserved. On TikTok, I play with their guidelines because their guidelines don't like me. So on Instagram, it might be like, right, this fucking movie, right, is fucking dreadful. And then on TikTok, it's like, well, I watched this movie today and it didn't really work for me. Like, they're two different things. So go and check us out everywhere. Also, you'll find links to our Patreon where you can get access to this show almost a week early with no ads, so you hear none of this whatsoever. You also get an additional show called You Run Extra, where me and Mark talk about any topic that people give us. If you're a Patreon member and you go, I want you to talk about Patrick Wilson for an hour, me and Mark will do it. We'll fucking complain, but we will do it. We'll also cover things like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and kind of anything else. Like Patreon's where you go to have all manner of different control. Depending on what tier you have almost godlike control over this show as well. And when I say that, like, you can go, I want for the entire month of July for you to cover these movies, and we'll go, okay, then that's fine. Mark will always send nudes at a certain tier, so get to that tier.
Depending on the price tag.
Exactly that.
I'm cheap though. To be fair, I am cheap.
He does it for free if he's drunk enough.
He definitely does.
I said what happened on the stag do stays on the stag do.
And that's a good time to play another ad.
You will never forget. Sunday, the 12th of July, Oasis Academy, Southampton. Thrilling entrances, jaw-dropping moves and raw intensity. Plus former WWE superstar Scotty Too Hardy. To book tickets, go to kapowwrestling.co.uk.
Go to kapowwrestling.co.uk, book your tickets for that event. If you cannot get to that event, choose one of the other events that are near you. They travel all up and down the country. That event's going to be fucking awesome. Scotty Too Hotty is there. They've got backstage passes where you get to meet him as well. Also there, you'll get to meet the other, arguably more Scotty Too Hotty, myself, because I will be there ringside watching that event. Also coming on Patreon, there is a collaboration between us and Kapow Wrestling. The honest to God, like, go and subscribe to Patreon now because it's coming and you do not want to miss it. It is going to be the most entertaining episode you have ever seen, where I go through, well, no, it's for Patreon. Make sure you do all of that. Go and support all of the members of the You Run Podcast Network. Give us a 5-star review anywhere you can. Do all the great things that help us grow. And yeah, that is this advertisement for this episode. And now we get into the review. The opening credits alone, like from the minute this starts, it goes, cast your might. I'm literally sat there like a 10-year-old.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, I'm going like this. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like,
it's so wild though that Techno Syndrome is now synonymous with this franchise, considering that was like the movie music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They ended up incorporating it into the games eventually, but yeah.
And I was always curious as well, like you might be able to answer this for me, Jim, because I think, what did we have? We had Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. Did we have 3 before this movie, or was it 1 and 2?
3 came out the same year, but they tied it in quite cleverly with the advertising campaign with cheat codes and stuff. They were kind of intertwined, the movie and the third game.
This is what I mean, and I don't think, did they have even like a sort of like NES sort of version of the Mortal Kombat theme tune that they used to make Techno Syndrome, or was this a?
I think this was
that they made
put together purely for the film.
It
but it's
was
now synonymous with the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what happened is the studio wanted them to go and get some heavy rock, so they were pushing them to go towards people like Van Halen, and the producers were like, absolutely fucking not. Like, we want some techno, proper fucking hardcore shit. And they basically ignored the studio and went and found a small like music studio and went, we want this, find someone who can make us this, and this is what come back. And they just basically said to the studio, no, this is not a heavy rock kind of movie, this is something else, and just rolled with it and just told the studio to fucking do one, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah, and the soundtrack sold quadrillions. It's insane the numbers it did.
It was the first ever triple platinum soundtrack.
Yeah,
I actually think, I mean, say what you want about Annihilation, and I know what we're talking about that. We're not talking about that, but
we will be later on.
The soundtrack to that is absolutely faultless, and I think it's better than this one.
Really?
Yeah.
They go a lot more metal with the second one. It's like 50-50, like house and metal, but yeah.
We'll get into Annihilation.
Getting ahead of myself.
This movie starts with the Liu Kang dream where we see his brother get fucked up by Shang Tsung, which is a cool opening, and it gives you that kind, it's almost like a cold open, and you get Liu Kang wake up in his bed in America and then travel home. I love when he meets his grandfather. His grandfather's like, you must take your brother's place in Mortal Kombat. He's like, fuck you, granddad. None of this shit exists. You are absolutely mental. He's like, come and stand in front of the elders. And Liu Kang literally stands there in front of the elders, goes, you're all dickheads. Like, this is all made up. Like, my brother died for fucking nothing. And then you get Raiden come in. He's like, who the fuck is this white boy pretending to be Lord Raiden in his dodgy hat with his shit accent? And like, I cannot tell you how much I love Christopher Lambert. It just as an actor and all the things he's done, but especially for all the things he done for this movie. Like, this movie had no budget. Christopher Lambert like paid for their rap party at the end. He fucking plowed money in to help them with special effects. Like, he was the most invested you will ever get anyone in a movie. He is Mr. Mortal Kombat, and he doesn't get enough credit. He just gets shit for his performance, and it's wrong.
He's the best thing about this film.
He is. His dry humor throughout is incredible. And like, as much as I love the reimagining, I wouldn't even say reimagining of Raiden in the later movies that we're enduring at the moment, because that is more in line with the games. But the entirety of the 90s version of Raiden that we get, with his quips and his one-liners and his dry humor and his sort of fish out of water element about his personality throughout this movie, is just fantastic. And I don't think anybody would execute it better than the way Christopher Lambert did it, which again, we'll talk about Annihilation later. But like, he is just faultless for me in this movie. And I think he makes it in many ways. Like, the way that he interacts with, almost as if he's talking to the audience, you know, there are certain lines of dialogue that he delivers where he's like a glance at the camera away from talking directly to us.
Yeah, my favorite one of those moments where he's like, the fate of the world will rest in your hands. He almost looks at the camera and goes, so
for me, it's a scene that delivers it perfectly is later on when he's delivering the water before the Sub-Zero fight. And it's like, and he lifts his hood off as if he might as well have directly looked through the lens and said, look out for me later on.
Yeah.
Because I remember pulling up to that scene as well. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember this scene. And I'm like, she's like, use the elements. And I'm like, I remember there being the bucket of waters there, but why would there be buckets of water there? And then all of a sudden, Christopher Lambert pulls his hood off. I'm like, fucking course he does.
But I didn't clock that it was him when I was a kid until multiple rewatches.
I didn't.
One day the penny just dropped, but it still doesn't make any sense.
Of course it doesn't. But it doesn't need to.
This is definitely a movie that sense is out the window, and anyone who loves it literally couldn't give a shit. Like,
no.
None of this makes sense. I don't care. It's awesome. Liu Kang gets his ass handed to him by the little old man, Raiden, like decks him on his back. And then Liu Kang does his big manly bollocks thing. Well, I'm going to the tournament with or without your consent. And the granddad's like, he's not ready. And Raiden's like, well, he's fucking going to have to be because he's all we got. So I'm going to go sort him out. Like, you stay here and, I don't know, drink wine, tend to your gardens, whatever the fuck you're doing here. And we get this introduction to all of the characters, or to Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage. Both of these introductions are fucking phenomenal. The Sonya Blade with Jax, who, I'll be honest, first time I watched this, like, oh, it's Jax. My disappointment when he was only in this bit was
10
massive.
seconds.
Yeah. She's like, Jax, you stay here. I'm going to go on my own. I was like, no, take Jax with you because he used to have his arms ripped off and then have them replaced with steel. And like, we need that whole thing. But her going after Kano in this club and
It's a great scene.
Kicking ass. Like, that guy she shoots through the window. I know it was a stuntman going through stunt glass, but he hit a solid glass table on the small of his back. I guarantee when they called cut, he laid on the floor and went, medic, help me.
Right. Now, I don't want to be that guy, but I need to ask questions.
Oh,
No. I just need to ask questions, right? Because this movie does a lot of setup with pulling characters into the tournament.
Yeah.
right.
But it's Shang Tsung that does it.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Earthrealm needs to be
Just
represented.
'cause?
Yeah, Shang Tsung can't.
No, but why is it not Raiden that is picking Earthrealm's fighters to represent Earthrealm? Why is Shang Tsung, who is obviously somebody who is like wanting to win, why is he picking Earth's mightiest fighters? He's the one that's going around. I'm obviously not Liu Kang, but he goes in and pretends to be somebody else to recruit Johnny Cage. He's also getting Kano to lure Sonya Blade
Well, we
to
know
to the tournament, but we know that they're the people that are going to demolish him in a sense.
Yeah,
and he's not picking the weakest fighters. He's not picking people that are like, this is easy pickings for me. I'll get the shittiest fighters I can find. He's picking the fucking top tier shit and making sure that they interact with the tournament. That should be Raiden's job, should it not?
Yeah, I agree with that. But remember, there is a reason he picked Sonya Blade. It's the same reason we'd all have taken Sonya Blade to the tournament.
But why is he then going after Johnny Cage? Why is he making so sure that Johnny Cage is there? Because Johnny Cage, let's be honest with you, I know there is a sense of he's just a fucking Hollywood actor. He's going to be easy pickings. But the problem is like, we know he's not. And I'm like, for me in this moment, every time I see this opening segment, and I'm like, why is Shang Tsung the one going around recruiting these fighters when it should be Raiden selecting the fighters to represent Earthrealm?
Who cares?
No, you're right. And I don't care because the movie's fucking awesome. But it just appeared to me this time around.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense other than the fact that, Shang Tsung's cool as shit and he can shapeshift and he's clearly killed this like Hollywood director John in order to trick him to get in on the boat. And he does the same thing with Sonya Blade in order for getting Kano to drag her there as well. But I'm like, why would you want them there?
Yeah.
Why would it not be Raiden who's picking these people? Like, you need to go.
It should be.
Like,
it should be.
It should be. And it is in the newer movies. You know what I mean? But I'm just like when I'm watching this one this time around, I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah, I 100% get what you're saying. I'll be honest. I'm with Jim. I kind of don't care. Like,
I don't. I'm just
then
doing
shut
my
the
job.
fuck up.
You know, I'm just doing my fucking job here, man. And I'm just saying to you, it doesn't make any sense that he's the one recruiting them. And
No, I know. I agree with what you're saying, but let's move on.
We're all gonna later on. We're all gonna bitch and moan about some of the CGI. There is one bit of effects in this movie that I think still, even now, looks fucking phenomenal.
The portal.
Kano's eye.
Oh, yeah.
Kano's eye looked great.
Kano's eye now.
How he hasn't got that in the movies yet, I have no idea.
It just looks outstanding. Like, Kano's one of my favorite characters. I love Kano. His sarcasm and wit, especially later when he fights Sonya, he's like, hello, darling. I'm like, yeah, you're an asshole, but I am fully supporting your asshole behavior.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, this movie's just like it harkens in so much on those Arnie catchphrases. It's like I remember growing up quoting, "Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole."
I was just gonna say
and
the
like
exact
shit,
same
like
line.
fucking like, and I would say them completely out of context. That would have no bearing to the situation I was in, but I would say them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other things like, "Do I look like your travel agent?" You know, and then there would be bits that I'd say like, "Give me a break." Do you know, like, just bits throughout this movie? There are so
I
many
still do
relatable quotes.
almost daily.
And 9 times out of 10, there were probably throughout the interactions between Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. You know, and I would just repeat them throughout my entire childhood with no context, but just do them anyway.
See, mine was the bit where we get the introduction of Johnny Cage, and he has that what we initially think is like some sort of weird drug bust gone wrong. And he has those fight against all those people, and he kicks that bloke in the face.
You fall down.
Yeah, this is where you fall down. This bloke's like, Johnny Cage's like, where the fuck do you get that guy? You hear the director go, cut. I was like, that's fucking awesome. And like,
and he uses it again at Goro, and it's such a fucking Full House moment.
It's so good. Like the whole bit where they get like all end up like taken to the docks. So Johnny Cage is there because he's going to the tournament now. Liu Kang is there for the same reason. Sonya is there because she's tracking Kano.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite interactions is Johnny Cage and Liu Kang, where he turns around to Liu Kang, goes, can you put my bags on the boat? And Liu Kang's like, what? He's like, I pay money, you put bags on boat. And Liu Kang's like, no problem. Picks his bag up and fucking throws it in the ocean, takes his money and goes, thanks, and walks away. I'm like, you've got to be seriously fucking hard to have that level of confidence. Like, I'm going to do this because I know for a fact, even if you kick off, I'm going to kick you all over this dock and it's fine.
Yeah. And then the one of
confidence after a few
Johnny's lines after that.
Oh, what was his line after that?
Do you know it?
No, it's gone.
Thank God I didn't ask him to park the car.
Yes. God, and again, it's fucking so cringe. It is the cringiest line in the movie, brilliant. But you're there and you're like, yes.
Like,
this movie's gold, honestly.
It's so good. Sonya runs on the boat to chase Kano in inverted commas and gets into this room, and it's Shang Tsung, and he's like, well, this is my boat, and if you're looking for someone, I'll gladly give you a tour.
He's so creepy.
He's like, if you want a personal tour, I'd love to give it to you, and almost thrusting at her with his hips.
And then the boys walk in and save her.
Yeah, and she's like, if I wanted backup, I'd fucking call for it. And then Shang Tsung's like, well, let me introduce you to a couple of my fighters. Like, this is Sub-Zero, and he freezes shit, and this is Scorpion, and he's got a thing that comes out of his hand. Be afraid. And Johnny Cage's like, yeah, have you got that radio handy? I'm calling for the backup now. Sub-Zero, I think, is massively underutilized in this film.
Yeah.
Like the setup of him, like the freeze of the gun and snap the barrel off. I'm like, oh, brilliant. Man, so cool.
Done so much better in 2021 version. For me, like, I think one of the biggest issues with this 1995 movie is the disregard for the importance of these two characters and the backstory of these two characters.
Yeah, they're essentially just brainwashed and just turned into lackeys.
Yeah, it's a sense of like they're the worst of enemies, but under my control, they'll do as they're told.
They just brush under the rug with that.
And I think that is one of the biggest underutilizations of these two characters. Thankfully, that is redeemed within the 2021 movie. I haven't seen the sequel yet. I haven't seen Mortal Kombat 2. I know, Jim, you love it. And I know, Scott, you have a lot of love for
I'm going again tomorrow.
I'm hopefully going to check it out soon. I'm praying it coming on my dodgy stick soon.
Support physical media also. I'm a criminal.
I do though. That's the thing. I support physical media regularly. Do you know what I mean? Which gives me the free pass. I get the free pass because of it. But yeah, no, I mean, I got time to go to cinema, man. I got time, but I would love to. I would love to go see this on the big screen. It looks incredible, and I know a lot of people are raving about it.
It's meant to be seen in the cinema.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think the thing is as well, I loved the 2021 when a
Me
lot
too.
of people were hating on that shit. There were so many people criticizing it, and I thought it was fantastic. So I'm excited to see where it goes. But I do feel like one of the biggest faults with this movie, and again, we're still talking 5-star movie here for me, is the underselling of the relationship between Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Because I feel like had that been introduced into this movie, it would have been a million times better.
Yeah,
It would have, but at the same time, back then, that wasn't really the focal point of the story of the games.
And I don't think it's a focal point of the movie either. Had it need to be, do you know what I mean? And I know it went on to develop to be more.
Because it would have this. You wouldn't have time to have the story of the good guys in the tournament, and plus the relationship of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So I get why they did it.
Yeah,
I get why they did it, but I just feel like there was an element of, considering this was an hour and 40-minute movie, it would have taken 5 minutes to just flesh that out a little bit more,
Yeah.
But again, if they had done that, I think the fact that they were both easily so dispensable as villains within the movie,
Yeah.
I don't think this intended to go any further than it did.
No, that's exactly why they did it, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't
Yeah.
think this movie was intended to then go on and be further. And I'm kind of glad it didn't for that reason, because it is such a self-contained story and it does work in its own grounds. But I think the thing is like, had you needed to establish this with the idea of having multiple sequels, you would have laid that groundwork at the expense of a lot of the things that we probably love and the things that we're probably going to highlight and how great they were within this movie. So as much as I'm bitching and moaning that that is a thing that I miss, I don't feel like I would have wanted to lose anything else within this movie in order to incorporate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, definitely not. And like, this is the point where Raiden kicks ass in Earthrealm. Raiden's like, Lightning, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, you two are fucking nothing. And then he like bollocks Shang Tsung, like, you're breaking the rules. Shang Tsung's like, I'm terribly sorry, Lord Raiden. It will not happen again. Just so you know, when we get to the island, you can't do shit there. And Raiden's like, I am fully aware of where I can and cannot interfere. However, here I can kick ass. So how about you like slink off in that corridor with your two little lackeys? I'm gonna go and have a team power with my bros and Sonya. And he literally
didn't recruit.
And he literally sits there and goes, "Yeah, look, we're all fucked. The fate of the world rests in your hands." Has a big cackle at the camera. He's like, so yeah, good luck with that. He gives them nothing. He's like, you're going to the tournament, you're going to fight for Earthrealm. Outworld have won 9 out of 10. We've got to win this one. No prep. But
We're all fucked. The apocalypse is upon us.
Yeah, good luck. You'll do great. It's literally a I'm rooting for you moment, and it cracks me up every time. What also cracks me up is when they get to the island and Sonya Blade trying to like use her radio.
Yeah.
And Johnny Cage, she's like, oh, where the fuck are we? And Johnny Cage's like, what do I look like? Your travel agent? I'm like, yes, Johnny Cage, you tell her.
The fact that it comes back later on as well is even better. Like, and he uses it against her.
Yeah, and then you've got Liu Kang going.
It's Johnny Cage falling off the boat, which is a highlight for me in this movie.
That's physical comedy at its finest.
And he's there, and he's like, "You're not going to make that step, dude. Like, you're not going to do it." And all of a sudden, he just falls forward into the water.
Yeah, you've got Liu Kang explaining, like, look, just check your compass. Like, there's nothing wrong with your radio equipment. We are in bumfuck nowhere, and it's fine. We're at the tournament. The steps as well, going up. Honestly, I'm fat enough and old enough to realize if I was invited to this tournament, I'd have got to the bottom of the steps and gone,
fuck that.
Yeah, they picked wrong. I am not the right person for this tournament. I'm going to wait here. Let me know when it's done. Let me know who wins. I'm going to just sit here and smoke my vape and drink a beer because I would not go up those stairs. I've got to say, the set design for this, especially in this kind of like, what should we call it, temple at the top, with like the banquet hall, where they're all eating, and we meet the guy who gets bodied by Goro later, who becomes friends with Johnny Cage. This whole setup and these guys in the red hoods who are just so ripped, it's a joke. Like
cannon fodder, though, aren't they?
they're cannon fodder, but they are chiseled out of marble. Like the guy, they do the demonstration with Sub-Zero
All
and
the
that
food wasted, by the way. That's one thing that pissed me off.
Every
All
time
the-
I watch it,
There is
they
like the
sit
most
down,
luxurious lobster you've ever seen in your fucking
and
life
the whole
on this
lot gets
table.
fucked up.
And they just flip it. I'm like, dude, put that in a doggy bag. I'll eat that later.
The thing is, if we were there, we would have been like, whoa, hold on. I just need to get, I want 3 lobster tails and I'm going to have this little bit of steak. Okay, now you can flip it. It's fine now. But yeah, this guy who goes up against Sub-Zero, he is chiseled out of marble to the point that he must have like less than 1% body fat. And I'm like, wow, he's going to kick ass. And he's like, let me introduce Sub-Zero. I'm like, he's going to die in about a second. And he does this ridiculous fly kick that takes about 11 seconds in the air. And Sub-Zero just goes, yeah, you're frozen, steps to the side, just watched him crumble into ice next to him. And Shang Tsung's there like, well, do you know what that was? That was
flawless victory.
I'll be honest with you right now. One thing that annoyed me this time around, he says shit that is not applicable.
Yes, he does.
You beat me to it. Because he says flawless victory about 10 times, and this is the only time it's relevant.
And I'm like, fuck off. That's not a flawless victory. I saw them get a couple of punches in.
That
and Luke Hang's guilty of it right at the end as well. You know, they beat the shit out of each other, and he pronounces flawless victory. He should have said fatality.
And he does. And I'm like, no, you got your ass handed to you for a good percentage of that fight, dude. Like, that is not flawless victory.
You're black and blue,
exactly that.
You know, we said there's a lot of dodgy CGI in this film, but I think that that death scene, that the lackey shattering into a million pieces, it still looks half decent. I think
most of it does, mate. To be honest with you, like I said, the only things that I really have to criticize with
Reptile
is Reptile, and then
I kind of love that though.
The extensive water that pulls Sonya Blade and Shao Kahn into
the portal stuff. I love that.
I love it because I have a soft spot for the era. Do you know what I mean? So, like, for me, I love it. I think it's great, but does
Reptile is really stand out. It's just atrocious.
But even then, though, mate, I could still fucking oversee it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it didn't take me out of it. It's like Scorpion's hand thing. I don't know what you call the little chain that comes out.
Vagina fly trap thing.
But again, I think it's better in the 95 movie than it is in the modern movies. Do you know the fact that it's an actual creature? It's an actual creature, and that, like, the one thing that always stands out to me.
That's the only time it's ever come out of his hand.
Yeah, and I think it's fantastic, and it looks so good. And the fact that when it hits that tree when he's fighting Johnny Cage and he pulls the chain back, but it's not a chain in this movie, but when he pulls the actual like snake thing,
wiggly
back,
snake,
and it disconnects from the head and leaves the head in the tree. I'm like, it's a cool thing that they do.
Yeah, they did their own thing with it.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, that's fantastic. And we're bigging this up, and this is all Paul Anderson, who did the Resident Evil franchise, and he does.
Well, we won't knock him for that.
No, he does not deserve our respect. The guy's a fucking lunatic. But he did well with this movie. I'll be honest with you. He did do well.
He done really well with this. And one of the things he done better than anything else, because when I was 15, I was in love with this woman. I'm now 40-something, and I am still in love with this woman. Princess Katana is a couple of thousand years old. I do not care. This woman is an absolute goddess, and massively
she really is,
and underutilized in this movie to criminal extents.
But at the same time, it's done wonderfully because it gives her that mystique, and I think it suits the character. But yeah, she is absolutely stunning.
And the thing is, we've all got to take into Mortal Kombat lore based on, like we mentioned earlier, this is based on the first 2 games.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Well, basically the first one plus the additions of Jax tiny bit and Katana, really it's the main guys from the first game.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So, like, considering the hindsight we have now of the era we live in, of all the world building that this franchise has gone through, like, we're judging it based on that, but really we should be basing our lore of this franchise on the first 2 games and the first 2 games alone.
That was my one critique as a child watching this, because Katana is actually my favorite character. She has been since day one. I wanted the fans, I wanted all this, and we didn't get it.
Did we get that in Mortal Kombat 2? Because I know she's the main character in that movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's in all the trailers. I thought you meant Annihilation for a second.
Yeah, no.
That is the one thing I like about that movie too.
Yeah, no, Mortal Kombat 2, we get Katana at
it's her story.
Absolute best she has ever been. Like her fights in MK2 with the fans are something to behold.
It's the best we've ever seen her outside of the games, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. This is where the tournament begins. We get Liu Kang versus some weird like dog man thing with a stick. Like he's snarling, he's got fang teeth. I'm like, what? Like a wolf of some description.
Fuck.
Mark's frozen.
Yeah.
Why is he frozen? You froze on us, Mark. He's frozen. We'll carry on.
I'm back.
He's back.
I'm back. I'm ranting about Tiger Roars. This is like Jaws of the Revenge level fucking shit. Like he roars time he's going up against Liu Kang and they're fighting and it stabbed them sticks in the ground. And he's like, Rah! He's like fucking Bob Marley with a tiger roar. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude?
Well, Liu Kang fucks him up and Shang Tsung sucks his soul, so it's absolutely fine by me. Like
Liu Kang didn't kill him though, which was cool about this. I do like the fact that Liu Kang doesn't actually kill him.
Boots him in the chest. But it's interesting because he's the only non-game character that one of the main characters fight in the tournament. So
he is.
True. Yeah, he is.
We then get Sonya Blade versus Kano. And I cannot emphasize how much I love Kano to the point that he's so vicious and so nasty. It's like he comes out, does the whole "hello, darling" bit.
Hello, baby.
Yeah, hello, baby. And she's like,
"Did you miss me?"
Yeah. It's like, so I got this knife. She's like, she makes a snide comment about his knife. She's like, "Oh, well, your partner liked this knife. Give him a smile from ear to ear." And it's like, oh, you're such a prick. You're such a prick. And then when he's beating her up, he kicks her. He's like, does it hurt, baby? Does it hurt?
Yeah. Do you know, of all the fights in this movie, that blow he gives to her stomach is the most brutal, without question.
Yeah. And then she produces the move that if I'm ever going to shuffle off this mortal coil, this is how I want to go. I want to go.
I'll be honest with you, though. It's not very fucking believable, is it?
They are pretty powerful thighs.
Look how strong they are.
Look how stacked of a man Kano is, right? The immediate time, as soon as I saw it, right, and she fucking did this wonky little handstand. And to give her credit for this, like she wanted this role, she did Billy Madison at the time, so she lost the role. Cameron Diaz was actually supposed to then come in, but Cameron Diaz snapped her ankle or some shit, so she then lost the role. And then now she then had to come back in with no training. So she was training on set at the time. That's a whole subplot thing that I don't.
But she did it all herself. This is all her.
She did. But what I'm saying is like, it's a wonky enough phenomenal breasts. They are. They look perky as fuck. Not as perky as in Annihilation, but we'll get to Annihilation later.
And so Shang Tsung loves it.
He does love it. Does that man? But like. No, like I don't buy this. I do not buy this fella, an actual fella bloke.
No, hang on. You're missing a bit here.
Go on.
Shang Tsung and Kano have the conversation beforehand. You know, humiliate her. Don't hurt.
No, yeah, but still, he could have just grabbed and been like, "Fuck off, bitch."
No, he's throwing the fight. Well, he thinks he is, but then she ends up snapping his neck. So
yeah,
I just think the move she pulls was weak. I
don't
see how. I know it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It was cool. It was a cool visual.
To see her signature move from the game,
but like, I feel I could have quite easily got out of that very easily.
Do you know what?
In that situation, I would have been overpowered by this fucking weak handstand that she performs.
I volunteer as tribute to try this move to see if I can get out of it.
I was going to say, would you not want to be in that?
Yeah, like if she put me in this move, I will see if I can get out. I'm more than happy to attempt this.
I tell you what, I will do this. I will do this move to you.
No, I don't want you to do this move to me.
Fuck. No, this is for science. This is science, man. This is science. We have to do it for science. So I will do it to you, for science, just for science.
And what
and
if you accidentally snap my neck and I need to explain to God that I got my neck?
Because I wouldn't. Because as soon as I tried to do a weak ass handstand against you, you would just push me off and be like, "What are you doing, dickhead?" So that's my point. Like, it wouldn't work.
But let's move on to Mark's favorite fight, because up next is Johnny Cage versus Scorpion. It starts in the bamboo forest with
in the Blair Witch Project.
It starts in the Blair Witch Project with
Get over here!
So cool. Like this, like for me, in terms of nostalgia of childhood memories,
hearing that sound,
me this bamboo forest, I would immediately put myself back into like being a 7-year-old boy and just immediately feeling the memories that I felt from watching this movie. And every time I think of this movie, even as cool as the scene is when they get into like Scorpion's hell layer, I always think of this bamboo forest.
Yeah, see, the bamboo forest is cool. I prefer it when they get into the lair.
I do.
And they start to, and like you said earlier, Johnny Cage doing the
sweep thing. You can vroom, vroom, vroom. You can hear it.
Right.
Doing the parallel bars instead of going for the kill.
Yeah.
Right. One thing that always annoys me about this thing, I love Scorpio as an actual.
Whoa. Scorpion, not Scorpio.
Scorpion. Apologies
right,
to the faithful. I do apologize. So Scorpion as a character, I love him. I think he's fantastic.
I love him so much I don't know his name. Go on.
No, I just admit I mispronounce shit all the time. You fucking listen to this show.
Fatality.
I had to correct you.
Right, but as much as I love him, right, I really fucking hate it when he does the thing and he flips up and he lands on the top. Cool as shit. Johnny Cage, hero. But then he's like, "Get down here." And I'm like, "Oh, no."
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's
so
not a catchphrase.
shit,
It's like, that is bullshit.
And the thing is, they could have gone with something else from the game, because he does say "come here" in the later games. Like, they could have just gone with "come here."
He could have just gone with nothing and then just kicked the pole out, and it would have still been as cool. You know what I mean? Like, there was no reason for him to be like, "Get down here," and I'm like, "Oh,
I love it. It's so shit.
Yeah,
exactly. It's so shit.
That's why I love it. It's just so bonkers and unnecessary.
I love it from this point on, where it goes full on Evil Dead fucking shit, and he pulls his mask off, and we get the animatronic skeleton skull,
which is brilliant.
It's fantastic. He picks up the shields from the blast.
We get the fatality.
We get
two here.
Yeah, we do.
Well, technically, a fatality and a friendship, but yeah.
Yeah, because the Scorpion.
Explain.
Oh, go on, Jim. I'll let you take it.
So we get Scorpion performs his fatality on Johnny Cage. Like you said, he rips the mask off and breathes the fire, but Johnny Cage shields himself with that shield. And then he picks up a random dagger from one of the skeletons and just throws at him, which is unrelated to the games, but it looks cool. Especially the way that Scorpion just spews this lava. It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And then he explodes. But what I've done...
He cuts his head. He cuts his skull.
Which
and then
is fantastic.
Explodes.
Straight through the head.
But after he explodes, we get the little nod to Johnny Cage's friendship from Mortal Kombat 2. The little "to my biggest fan," the signed headshot, which is just.
So what's the friendship thing? 'Cause I'm not aware of that.
Exactly that. In Mortal Kombat 2, it just says "to my biggest fan," and he holds up a signed picture of himself, which is what that is.
You've got alternatives to fatalities. You could do friendships where instead of killing them, you do something nice. And in Johnny Cage's one, he basically gives them a signed photograph of himself to my biggest fan.
That's cool. I just didn't know in that moment.
You've
actually a biggest fan.
You stupid cunt.
You know me so well.
I like that. This episode's great to go through because it's like, and up next we have Liu Kang versus Sub-Zero. We've already talked about Christopher Lambert or Raiden bringing in the water and giving I've put the water in here. He's going to fuck him up. But this fight. Go on. Oh yeah, obviously
we're missing one.
What one are we missing?
Katana.
Liu Kang Katana. Yeah.
Because she turns up at the beginning of this one. So as you were.
Yeah. So Liu Kang and Katana fight, and Katana's like, "In your next fight, use the power of water." And Shang Tsung's like, "That's enough. This fight's a fucking draw. Yeah, stop it now, cheating bitch."
Right. So in this moment, I'm like, how can she see into the future?
because she knows who he's fighting next. So,
but then again, when she does it later on with Shang Tsung, and she's like, "Yes, use the Force." This is very much a This is very much a fucking Yoda moment. Do you know what I mean? And she's explaining to him exactly how his future is going to play out. It's like
she's a much sexier Yoda.
Well, yeah, I agree. Depending on the mood. Do you know what I mean? But
Which means depending on the mood. At what point are you going to choose Yoda?
When do you want to bang Yoda?
I have moods, mate. I have moods. Do you know what I mean? There's times.
How feels you, Mark?
But my point is like she very much goes full Yoda.
No, she does.
And she's like, "Yes, in your next fight, you must do this." It's like, how do you know? How do you know? And then even when it gets to the end,
remind me about when we get to there, because there is a flaw in it that I've never really got to the bottom of.
Right. Okay. Cool. Right, I'll remind you. What's the key
when they get when Johnny Cage and Liu Kang go to Outworld and meet Tana, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. What's your safe word for that moment so I can remind you?
I don't know.
Brutality.
You must be very familiar with safe words.
Liu Kang versus Sub-Zero is the most underwhelming fight in the entire thing.
It really is, apart from the end.
Yeah, so they fight for about 2 seconds, and then Sub-Zero sits there like he's having a poo and does the massive, like, expanding...
But do you know, before he does that, you're right, it really is underwhelming, but that's not why I thought it is. That Liu Kang lands his last blow and Sub-Zero literally falls over into a press-up and just stops.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And then he does the whole...
There's a lot of things like that within the choreography of some of these fight scenes. There's one scene. Do you remember the scene early on where they go into Goro's cave and skipped over him and Kano having the conversation where he's disgustingly chewing the fucking turkey leg like something out of Lord of the Rings and the tomatoes.
Yeah.
And then they all end
Pleasure
up
are these are moments. Yeah.
But then they all end up back down there and they're like ended up like all these Shaolin monks come in. And they start fighting. Like it is.
Oh, how did we not cover that?
It's the worst thing in the fucking world.
It's my favorite scene in the whole film.
It is. It's cool, right? No, listen. Everything I say is the worst thing is because it's my favorite thing. All right, just know that going in. But there is a moment in that choreography fight where Liu Kang is surrounded by nobody. He is surrounded by fuck all. He's not fighting any monks, but the camera's on him. So the camera's on him, and there's like a statue near him, and he does like a tippy tail around it. And it's like, there's no one around you. There is no reason on this planet for you to do what you just did. And that happens frequently throughout this movie, where there is scenes where, like, the worst one is, again, and I know you guys love this fight, but when Liu Kang is fighting Reptile and they spin around on that fucking wooden thing,
so cool.
It's fucking not.
Perfection.
It's faultless. Fuck you. We'll get to that.
Faultless. We'll get to
guys.
that.
How the fuck? No, he's got a point though. How did we miss that?
Oh, I have
I
no
don't know
idea.
how we missed that. We completely skipped over the whole
talking
Goro
about
thing.
Pure goosebumps moments. The second Liu Kang, Sonya, and Johnny Cage, that's the first time the three of them fight together, and that's when the theme tune starts. Oh, look, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
There's lots of times in this movie where like things are ramping up and it goes dun, 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 dun. And every single teenage boy who watched this at 12, 13, 14, now in their 30s and 40s go, oh yeah, like this is the moment. Like when I watch this with Lisa, I'm like rubbing my arms up and down the sofa like this. She's like, you're right. I'm like, shh.
Shut up, woman.
Shut up. This is amazing. This is where Shang Tsung has his moment, his big moment. He's like, I think we've let these humans win enough. And Goro's like, yes, I get to play now. And Goro fucks up about 90% of the Earth realm field in about 3 seconds, does the whole sacrifice to Shang Tsung, and then he fights Ali, who they've made friends with. Like this scene, I feel sorry for Ali because he's never going to beat Johnny Cage.
I don't, because he's not in the games, but
No, one thing that always confuses me about this scene as well is how devastated Sonya Blade is. I've never seen you have a fucking conversation with this dude in the entirety of this movie, and you look like you've just lost your husband.
The scream she lets out when he dies is like,
and I'm like, no, bitch, this is not your fucking moment.
It's not Johnny Cage.
So they have that moment where like Sonya has a full meltdown, but what gets me and it makes me laugh every time is Johnny Cage giving advice. So Ali's fighting, let's be honest, a monster with 4 arms who is gonna kill him. And he's like, yeah, that's it. Like
he's screaming from the sidelines. Yeah,
like Ali hits him like twice, like jabs Goro twice in the stomach that he didn't even feel. And he's like, yeah, that's right. Bob and weave, in and out, in and out. I'm like, just walk away. Like, I know you've just met him and like he's a cool dude, but Goro is going to kill him in about 3 seconds.
The most mesmerizing thing about this is like Goro walks in and the entire auditorium is gobsmacked. And Ali's still there busting out fucking splits and fucking how have you not noticed this fucking dude before I just walked into this room up until the point where he stood right next to you?
Yeah, and you're the cunt fighting him.
And your face is dropped. I'm like, you are half an hour behind every fucker else in this room.
He deserved to die.
Cage taking the initiative and having a big argument with Raiden because he goes to Shang Tsung, goes, I want to challenge Goro. And Raiden's like, what are you doing? And Johnny Cage's like, look, you told us like literally 2 scenes ago, it's our tournament. The decisions we make are on us and we guide the way. And now you're telling me off. How about you shut the fuck up and go back to Highlander and leave me to do what I'm doing? Like his fight against Goro, the visual effects on Goro and the special on that face when Johnny Cage there with his shades on and he goes to take him off and Goro crushes him. It was like their $500 sunglasses.
We don't get that till later on though, and that's the thing.
No, we do. We get it twice.
We get it twice.
No, it didn't happen after the fight.
Yes, we
don't get it. No, we do not. No, we do not. Because I was waiting for it. I fucking tell you now, son. I fucking tell you now, son. We don't get it until the fight.
Sorry. I misread. Yeah, it happens afterwards.
Yeah, so he crushes.
Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. I fucking run this show. This is my show. What's
the whiskey?
Yeah. Johnny Cage hit with the split punch and the visual effects work on Goro.
Incredible.
Where he's got two
when he's flailing about and his hair's going in. Yeah, it's brilliant.
2 hands on his bollocks. His other 2 arms flailing in the air, which is the 2 responses that every man has when they're hitting the nuts at the same time. And his eyes are like bulging out of his head.
Yeah.
And Johnny Cage sort of stands up and almost nods at him.
Damn,
goes,
that hurt.
Yeah, that fucked you. Johnny Cage has that moment. He's like, yeah, that fucked you up, didn't it? I'm going to run away
and
now.
he does the logical thing and fucking runs.
Yeah. And this is where Goro comes up and chases him. And Johnny Cage, this is where we'll apologise to Marc. I'm going to edit it.
Marc, we got caught up in the excitement. Yeah, you better edit that.
I know you were making bold claims, boys. I'll be honest with you both. And it embarrassed me a little bit. But it's all right. As always, I'm usually right.
Goro comes out, and this is where Johnny Cage is hid on the rock behind him on this cliff edge.
This is his best line of the film. The delivery alone.
100%. 100%.
Oh, where are mine?
Those were $500 sunglasses, arsehole. Spin kick to the face, followed by another spin kick. Goro goes off the cliff, and
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember this scene having the fight. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember obviously getting to that point, and I thought it was that instant sneak attack that knocked him over the edge.
It's just one kick and then boom.
Yeah, and I thought that was it. It was like one kick, bang, he's done. And I thought that was his advantage. But no, Johnny Cage has a full-on hand-to-hand combat moment with him on the top of this cliff, and actually gets the better of it.
But it's from a distance, though, isn't it? You know.
No. He does a fly kick after the $500 sunglasses bit. Then they both jump down, and there's like a little
and then it cuts
area.
away, and there's like a little.
And they have the fight, and you know what I mean. Johnny Cage is fully going in on him, and he's fighting, and he's punching, and he's kicking. He gets the better of Goro and knocks him over the edge. And I'm like, oh, actually, do you know what? I always doubted you in this moment, Johnny Cage. Just thinking,
he does land a few blows,
yeah, thinking it was a sneak attack moment. But do you know what? You actually fully beat him in this.
You've held your own.
yeah, you deserve the win here. And he knocks him over the edge. And this is where we get the full circle moment.
He
It's
deserves the win for that line alone.
This is where you fall down. And Goro falls. Man. Like, yes. Yes, Johnny Cage.
And after this, Shang Tsung has an absolute child tantrum.
Before, it's that before Goro's even dropped, you hear an ear-piercing scream from who we know is Sonya, and then boom.
Yeah, and Shang Tsung's like, I'm using my right as former champion. I challenge Sonya Blade in the final of Mortal Kombat.
While he's gripping her by the
because
back
this
of the
was
head.
a deal this was a deal he made with Johnny Cage. The deal was that he gets to challenge whoever the winner or whoever is my choosing, which was always intention from the start. He then picked the weakest of the trio and chose Sonya Blade out of Johnny Cage and Liu Kang.
Do you know what this scene always reminds me of? This is really random, and I know not all of your listeners are from the UK, but you guys remember The Big Breakfast on Channel 4?
Yeah.
Yep.
When they were doing like a sneak preview of this happened to be a scene, it's ingrained in my mind, obviously way before it came out. It was the shot of Shang Tsung pulling Sonya's hair by the portal on The Big Breakfast. And I was like, I remember going into school thinking, the movie's coming. Of all the bits to show, though, it's so random.
Yeah, you know, fucking 8 o'clock in the morning.
The crazy thing is, I think I remember the time period right. Was that still why Zoe Ball was hosting The Big Breakfast?
No, she was. By then. No. Hang on, you're both wrong. Denise Van Outen was...
Oh, it's Denise Van Outen. Or was she gone?
It was Gabby Roslin and Chris Evans were the first hosts of TFI Friday, and then it was Denise Van Outen and Johnny Vaughan, but Zoe Ball was live and kicking.
Yeah,
okay. Zoe Ball was always live and kicking.
Anyway.
It was Denise Van Outen from Big Breakfast and
Johnny Vaughan.
From Johnny Vaughan from Radio X.
Yeah. So he gets dragged through, and this is where Raiden goes, look, you two boys, you got to go... He done a
and pushes them.
Yeah, he does.
I'm done now.
Yeah, you know when you get you go out on the piss and you get one of the people who needs to go home. He done that.
Stag do?
Yeah, he done that, but he went, "You boys need to go on without me. But I'm done now. I need to leave." And
that was you two pussies on your stag do.
No. Things didn't end the way you thought they did.
No, they escalated. That's an off-air conversation.
Okay. Well, fill me in.
Yeah, we will. So they go through and they get there and they're walking through and Johnny Cage is like, oh, this is pretty fucking shit around here. And then you get Reptile, who's followed him in, attacks Liu Kang as a full-on CGI Technicolor rainbow dream coat fucking reptile.
No, hang on. He doesn't attack him. Liu Kang gets this like katana Jedi set. Out of nowhere, there's no explanation, no justification. He just goes, hang on. And just rips this thing out of the wall. It's fucking brilliant.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
It does, to be fair, because he's already had the interactions with him prior, and you could tell that he could see him earlier on in the fucking tombs.
Oh, you're right.
And then he gets sprayed by him. And in this moment, he knows something's following him. And he said numerous times throughout this film as well, to Liu Kang's credit, something's watching us. But the thing that always blows my mind, and it always stands out to me because it's something that it's a factual thing that I've learned later on in life. So every time I rewatch this movie, I look out for the edits on it because Reptile was not included in the original cut of this movie. This was this was something that was added in post-production and they went back and refilmed it. So all the things with the CGI Reptile was something that was added to the movie later on. So all of the scenes featuring Reptile that you see intertwined throughout this movie were then added later on and then intertwined within the movie. And one thing that makes that so abundantly clear is the moment when they're walking through the tomb when they think Katana's leading them out and Liu Kang goes off on his own little path. And that's when he gets sprayed by Reptile and and then they go back to the actual tombs that are covered in cobwebs and shit. And it's a completely different setting, completely different tone. And it also explains the fact that when Liu Kang gets dragged through the wall and has a fight with Reptile, why the fuck Johnny Cage didn't intervene is because this is all all done after.
That fight was they did test screenings, you know, obviously the film was complete with a K. And then it was unanimous that there wasn't enough fighting. So this scene,
and that's when they added the Reptile.
Yeah,
that's when they added the reptile fight. So then all the scenes prior, all the prior scenes with the reptile thing was all stuff that was added later on to the movie. So this was a 90-minute movie. This was a 90-minute movie tight. And then it ended up being an hour and 45 because all the scenes that you get with reptile fights and all the scenes prior to it where it snips away and you see reptile appearing in certain moments of the movie, they were all shot after the movie was complete. And you notice that now as a
it makes sense when you look back. The first scene we see reptile in is when Katana's introduced. She sat there. Oh, watch her closely, reptile, and then he looks down, and then 3 seconds later he jumps down.
Yeah,
but again, like you say, when you watch it now in hindsight, and you know that those scenes were done post and added later on, and the fact that they're so secluded from the rest of the story, and then the fact that when Liu Kang also interacts with him when he sprays him in the face, and it's a completely different lighting, completely different set to what it is with the rest of the tomb scenes, it makes.
Well, thank God they did because it led to
they did because, like you say, fans like yourself, and I, again, as much as I glorify the Johnny Cage and Scorpion fight,
this fight is
there
faultless.
is so many people that say this is the greatest fight in the movie, and I disagree.
Yeah,
but in terms of no. Listen, in terms of hand-to-hand combat,
it's
and
great.
Martial arts, it's perfect. It's flawless, and it is the best fight sequence in the movie. But in terms of actual movie experience, the Johnny Cage and Scorpion fight is a million times better, in my opinion.
Yeah, see, this for me, there's two things that get this as top for me.
I know what at least one of them will be.
It's the initial bit when he throws him into the carcass of that and it warps, and as soon as it warps, I get the sound from the reptile, and he jumps up, and the first thing he does is boot Liu Kang through a brick wall, and then does a full somersault through, and then does the whole.
I'm getting goosebumps as you describe it.
Yeah, and it's set to the control track like that. The music to this fight is incredible, and where they're doing there's a bit in this, and it's the only fight we get in the entire movie that mimics the game. It does a bit where it turns the camera, and you get a side-on fight with Liu Kang and Reptile, and it's shot like a shot from the game. They're fighting
with the backdrop of the oval sort of lighting of the sewer system. Yeah, it's really cool.
Which they did in spoiler alert, Mark. They did this in MK2, and
I've seen a lot of it in MK2. I've seen the full fight of Liu Kang and his brother.
No, not even that. I made a point of saying it was one of the stages from the games that they didn't put in the trailer, and I fucking gasped in the cinema. You know what I'm talking about, Scott.
Yeah, that one they do the whole. They're filming it
It's fucking incredible.
It's literally like the director went, "Hold on, we're making a Mortal Kombat movie," and drags the camera. It's there. That's where we want it. Side scroll.
It takes this in times.
Yeah, it's so cool. Liu Kang kicks the fuck out of Reptile, and he does it with the bicycle kick at the end, even with the full game sound effects of yee as he does it. I'm like. Yes, this is exactly what I want.
Don't you feel like dragged out isn't the right word, but they prolong this fight because you know it's coming. We've been waiting the whole movie for it, and then boom, there it is. And the fact that he screams, he does that before it happens. It's fucking
But again, though, does that not surprise you? The fact that this was all filmed after, they added this after the movie was
Thank
complete.
God they did.
Because it was in many ways, it's great. But and one of the biggest things for me was how they didn't include that level of
the moves.
Not necessarily the moves, but one thing that I think Mortal Kombat 2021 does very, very well is the inclusion of the power. You get a sense
they
of
explained
power.
It. Yeah,
they explained it much better, but I think they completely exclude it from the 1995 version entirely, and they are just human in that sense,
which is why they don't get the Sonya only gets
even though you get it, get it at the end with Liu Kang and the Shang Tsung fight. You get it at the end where he does a fireball sense.
Things we missed as kids. I didn't clock that until years later, and my dad went, he's done his fireball. And I went, no, he doesn't, and then paused it. Fuck, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does it at the end. But again, it's very subtle.
It's so subtle. It's
you don't get that sort of element of the fighters.
Johnny Cage does a slight shadow kick. Sonya does the handstand.
He does it very, very. He does it in the opening of the sequel. Again, we'll get to that later.
Yeah. But the one thing I want to touch on that I think is massively overlooked on this film by everybody is how good Shang Tsung is at picking out clothing, because what he dresses Sonya Blade in, just.
I mean,
and again, we're going to get back to Annihilation because it bothered me that she didn't look like that, even though it was seconds later.
Yeah,
again with Robin Shue, he didn't look the same either. And Johnny Cage has an entirely different face. It's a weird movie.
The only consistency in the second one is Katana, because she looks identical. I think she genuinely is a Denny in that woman.
Yeah, and like
it's the same actress, and she's wearing the same outfit she wore in the first movie. But Robin Shue walked out in a grey battered vest.
Yeah, with very different hair.
White, longer fucking mullet and fucking longer vest. Johnny Cage has a new face, and Sonya Blade is an entirely different person. Raiden has a fucking ponytail. It's the weirdest movie I've ever seen in my life, and I'm trying.
We're
not
jumping
to
the
get
gun,
there
Mark.
Yet.
Hang on.
We're trying not to get there just yet.
The thing is that there are highlights to that movie. Sindel, Montaro, like I'm all in on.
Do you know what? I love Annihilation.
We'll do it. No, we're not. We're doing it now. Fuck it.
No, we're not. We've got a lot. Can we?
We'll come back. We'll come back to the original. We're already too deep in Annihilation now. We'll fucking burn through the intro. But listen, right, for me, so I put Annihilation on immediately after watching this, and I was like,
I love it. I fucking love it.
No, Jim, I was fully expecting you to have my back on this. I tried watching it, and I think I got like 15 minutes in, and I was accepting it, and I was tolerating it, and I was like, yeah, fair enough. And then they got to the fucking hamster balls underground, powered by hot air, and they start spinning around.
Love it.
And they do this thing. It's like, Katana's like, lean heavy right. And I'm like, no, I'm fucking done. I'm done. I can't do it. And I know. I know we get better stuff in that movie when Jax is introduced and a lot of that shit.
Oh no, Jax is shit.
I could not tolerate it, and I turned it off after like 15 minutes.
It's one of those movies that I think you need to. It is one that you need to do. Yeah, you need to do what you do when you play the game. You need to completely switch off and just go,
enjoy it for what it is. Just cheesy fucking shit.
It's really cheesy.
Anyway, can we get back to this film? We're not even finished yet.
So we end up at the final fight. Effectively, Sonya Blade is dressed up like a dream I've had many times.
BDSM dream, yeah.
Yeah, and you've got Liu Kang.
I don't know why he took the time to dress her like that, though. I'll be honest.
Because he's a dirty old bastard.
He's a dirty old man. Johnny Cage and Liu Kang turn up, and he's like,
and Katana,
and Shang Tsung.
I do love this. I do love this, where Sonya Blade's like, my friends will come for me, and they're like, we're already here.
No, we're already here.
Go on, boys, let's do it.
And Shang Tsung at this point is grasping at swords like, I chose Sonya Blade. He's like, yeah, but she didn't accept. It's like, well, Johnny Cage, I'll fight you. And Johnny Cage is like,
no,
the fuck
you'll fight me.
Yeah, you'll fight me, Liu Kang.
And Robin Shue, by the way,
with the most phenomenal chest I've ever seen on film.
Ripped to fucking shit, man. And this is a guy that I know most familiarly with Beverly Hills fucking Ninja, by the way. And I'm like, this is a dude from Beverly Hills Ninja.
This final fight, I think, is really good. There's one point that always cracks me up, and I cannot stop laughing every time they do it. So they have their fight down on the ground, and then Shang Tsung like fucks off upstairs. And there's a bit where
and then he runs up the stairs.
Yeah, they stop the fight, and Katana's like, now you must choose your destiny. Face
this is what I wanted you to remind me of.
Yes.
Yeah, You didn't say your safe word, though.
Like, face your enemy. And Liu Kang's like, right, I will. And he has to run like a full 50 meters up this flight of stairs. And it's the most awkward thing, because the director said, look, I need you to get up these stairs as fast as you can.
And then stop and fight.
Over. Yeah. And then stop and fight. And he literally like sprints up the stairs, stops and goes, whew. And you can tell he's a little bit gassed. And there's this whole awkward moment where they look at each other. It's just like, face yourself. And then he turns into the brother. I'm like, why did you not do all of this on the ground? Like, I know you wanted to do like the spike pit, but fucking dig a hole somewhere like over there. Why make him run
But
up the
again, this
stairs?
comes back to what I was saying earlier regarding the powers. Like, if you'd have included some sort of
No, fuck you, fuck you.
no. But if you'd have included some sort of like element of him finding himself, and like what they do with the 2021 stuff, where they unleash themselves and like find themselves, and they have this moment of realization of who they are as people. Like, he could have very much easily just done like a fucking cool Matrix style backflip up to the top of the temple, and it would have been badass as fuck, and then the fight would have continued, you know. But instead, I don't know why they chose to film it. It was almost like comical to the point where he's like, "You're mine."
Yeah,
and he runs up the stairs. But they didn't need to show that. They did not need to show him running up the stairs like he did.
No, see, the spikes coming out of the ground. I love that. I think that's
that.
Great.
Oh, that still gives me goosebumps.
I also love, like, Liu Kang wins this. He knocks him off, sends him flying down. My biggest issue is he knocks him down. He dies on the spikes, and Liu Kang's
flawless victory.
Flawless
victory. Wasn't flawless victory.
No,
you just knock fuck out of each other.
Yeah, what he should have said was
fatality.
And that works better for me. Like, why did you
go... better for me. But again, like I said earlier, like, there is numerous times Shang Tsung does this in the movie.
Oh, he says it
all the time. It's like,
not once
fatality, flawless victory. I'm
the
like,
only time
your soul is mine. I'm like, dude, that doesn't apply in this moment. Like, that's not right.
It's literally like they went, we need lines from the movie. What lines have we got? And they just gave them lines from the movie.
Here's some sound bites. Do what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
The catchprise element annoyed me. And again, that's what I said earlier on with the Johnny Cage and Scorpion fight, where he's like, fucking get down here. And it's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That doesn't work.
You get the whole Liu Kang's brother, like, oh, well done. Thank you, Liu. You've saved me. And he floats off like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I love that. It's very 90s. Brilliant.
Yeah. And then we get that they go back to Earthrealm, and there's this big celebration, and everyone's happy. And I
love this scene at the Buddhist temple. So cool.
The Shao Kahn, like, smashing.
No, hang on. Set it up. We've got the good guys.
I'm going to let you say it. You take it.
No.
Well, you can't bitch in.
You can't complain and then not do it yourself. Come on,
we've got, like you said, we got the big massive celebration. We got the good guys all lining themselves up, and then we get. Hang on.
Oh, Mr. Fanboy can't remember how the movie ends.
Shut up! I've had a lot of whiskey. Fuck you, you bald cunt.
You've got Shao Kahn burst through and goes, "Your soul is mine," and then the movie ends.
No, they don't. They all go, "Have your gun!" at the end.
Whoa. Hang on. Right, rewind. You're deleting that. So we get. That's what he said. We get we get the 5 remaining good guys walking up.
4
and then
remaining good guys.
5.
Raiden's there too.
5.
Kind of. Katana, I'm still questioning.
She's good.
Is she though? Is she?
Yeah.
Is she though?
Arguably the most powerful of.
But is she though? She's spawned of the bad guy. So
fuck you. No, she
always comes into question.
No, Katana's good through and through. I won't have any bad said about my gorgeous Katana.
Likewise.
No, fuck you guys.
Anyway, so we get the shitty music and the flags and all that shit, and then the 5 of them, 5, Mark.
Yeah.
4
if you're a fan.
5 if you're a fan. 2 fans, because Katana, idiot. I've lost my thread now, you wanker.
Yeah, because you try to fucking tell us about the ending that you can't even remember. You make out like you're the Mortal Kombat fan. You don't even know how the film ends.
Do you know what? I'm going to draw a line under it there and say, I'm sticking with my score. This is a 5 out of 5. Mark, where are you?
It's still a 5 out of 5. I know we've bitched about this movie throughout, and I know we've said some
we haven't. You have.
You have.
No, I haven't. I've just brought into question some things that I just think are worth talking about. Just worth talking about. Discussing as
Jim,
normal human beings and dissecting as people. I still think it's a 5 out of 5. I'm just bringing in conversation, Jim. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm not trying to offend you. I love you, man. Just calm down.
Jim, where are you in this? Are you still a 5 out of 5? 5 out of 5.
He can't remember how the film ends though, but he still thinks it's 5 out of 5.
Oh,
We have no voicemails this week. If you want to send us a voicemail, we're doubling episodes at the moment to get ahead. If you want to send us a voicemail, do that in a voice note DM on Instagram or X, or record a TikTok and tag us, and we will get that on the show as well. 3-word review, the point where you get to share your thoughts. We had everything from the most basic through to some real creative shit this week. So over on Slasher, Chrome Skull went simply with
Get over here!
which is perfect. We have Broke Trader Kev on Instagram when it has begun. Give me back my action movies. Sonia, so hot. Completely agree. Old and Nerdy Bastard went with
Round 1, fight!
Cool.
Chaz Presley went with Flawless Fun Nostalgia. Pop Culture Reflections, Lambert's hilarious accent. And here's where the wheels fell off. Movies for Days went with Goro's Got Nards, which cracked me up. And finally, Dissect That Film Pod, who for me win 3-word review this week, Hand Vagina Snake. And that brings us to the time in the show when I get to push the magical button that I haven't pushed in a couple of weeks, and it's this.
That's what he said.
One hand burning from the other. Every right answer rips another from my cover. I keep winning pieces I can't keep together. Bleed for the scoreboard, lose myself forever. Melted!
So it's that time of the show where Jim gets to take on Meltdown, our brand new quiz that Jim has never played before. He absolutely smashed the last quiz he was on. This quiz, there are 10 questions. For every correct answer, you get 10 points. For every incorrect answer, you lose 15 points. There is a possibility you could end on minus figures, but in truth, you'll have to really fucking go some to outdo Heather and Mark, who both ended badly. They start off fairly easy. They get harder as you go along. So it's not the first time you've been asked this. Which one of the two gentlemen in front of you would you like to go first?
Sorry. Scott. I'm so sorry. I forget you don't edit anymore.
Brutality.
I think you mean you, Mark. It must be Northern. You go first.
I'll go first then. What is the name of the fictional town where Freddy Krueger terrorizes teenagers in A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Springfield.
That's correct. Well done.
That is incorrect.
Shit.
Oh no, sorry, that is incorrect. Yeah, Springfield is The Simpsons. I do apologize.
I'm very drunk.
You can have another go. You're close with Springfield.
Springwood. Fuck.
There you go. We'll give you
There
that.
you go.
10 points. In the 1996 movie Scream, what is the name of the fictional horror movie villain that the killer dresses up as? Who's the killer in Scream?
Ghostface.
That's correct. Well done. 20
Fuck,
points.
you scared me. I thought that's too easy.
It words it very strangely, doesn't
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did.
Question number 3. Which future Oscar-winning actress made her featured film debut in the 1993 horror comedy Leprechaun?
Oh.
Yeah, you were right. You were about to say it and you stopped yourself.
Yeah, but she is not one of... What did you say, Mark?
I don't know why which future-winning actress. I don't know why she's a future-winning.
Future... Read that question. You're drunker than me.
No. I mean, we are. Yeah, we're very drunk. But listen, which future... No, listen. This is the question. Which future Oscar-winning actress made her feature film debut in the 1993 horror comedy Leprechaun? I'm with you on this, Jim. The fact that Scott can predict the future baffles me.
There's only one actress in that film that I know, and she has definitely not won an Oscar. So, are you saying she could potentially win an Oscar? Then I win.
Go with what you think. What's
Jennifer
your answer?
Aniston.
That is correct.
What is the future Oscar-winning situation you've got going on here?
I may have been drinking when I wrote these questions. I apologise in advance. In the 1995 film Mortal Kombat, which specific character does Scorpion fight in NetherRealm/Underrealm arena?
Well, no one technically, but I get you getting a Johnny Cage.
That is correct.
The movie.
Well done.
That's fine, the movie. Question number 5. In the 1987 horror film Hellraiser, which is the full name of the fictional puzzle box that opens a gateway to the Cenobites?
What's the name of the box?
I like the way that you have to justify the simplistic answer, the simplistic question.
Yeah.
Every time. What's the name of the box?
What's the name of box? Yorkshire tea.
I'm guessing you don't know the answer, given your outburst on this episode right now.
So you lost 15 points for that. Question number 6.
I don't know.
This one you should know.
I don't sound like that.
I don't sound like that.
In the original 19... the wheels are falling off, people. In the original 1992 Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, what is the name of the primary ancient vampire king who serves as the main villain?
Lothos.
That is correct. Well done, Tim. Question.
I love how random these questions are.
So good. Out of the 7 original playable characters from the first Mortal Kombat video game, which character is the only one who does not actually participate in the physical fight scenes during the 1995 movie?
Raiden.
That is correct. He acts strictly as a non-fighting guide mentor in the first film.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because you can't remember how it ends.
Joe, stupidly, you're absolutely killing it. You've only got 1 wrong and you've got 3 left to go. In Midsommar 2019, what specific type of animal is seen breathing? No, animal is seen breathing inside a cage in the background during the scenes in Haga Village.
Oh, I've only seen this once and I was pissed.
Think of an animal that you see in that movie. It's a very easy question.
A goat. Sorry, that was your right.
No, there is not a goat in that movie. There is not a goat in that movie.
That is incorrect. It was a bear.
Idiot. Question number 9. In the 1980 film Friday the 13th.
I only said goat because it was in your accent. No,
right.
Good.
Question number 9. In the 1980 film Friday the 13th, what is the exact first name of the camp counselor who is murdered in the very opening scene set in 1958? Too busy mocking me that you didn't listen to the question. I'm not going to repeat it again for you, cunt.
Who was killed in the opening scene in 1958? What was his name?
Yeah, I'm fucked here.
Yeah, I hope you get this.
Unfortunately, that wasn't his name. That's incorrect.
Oh, shit.
Question number 10, final one. What is the name of the real-life historical occultist who played... Well, I'm going to start this again. So, in the movie Hereditary, there is a real-life occultist whose physical sigil is used in the film for the demon Paimon. What is that occultist's name?
I love the fact that we're all on the same wavelength here. I love the fact that every single one of us is drunk and that Scott's really struggling to read his questions.
I am. What did you say, Jim?
Lamppost.
Lamppost. Do you know,
why am I the punchline here? Why am I the one that's taking the brunt of this?
Fucking villain.
It's a good enough guess. Call in.
Point.
Call in, let us know how you think Jim done, because I did not add any of those questions up. Let's hit this button.
He's the king of the spool, the lord of the stack. If it's on magnetic tape, there's no turning back. From the floor to the ceiling, he's a mastermind hoarder, keeping analog alive on the edge of the border. Rewind, right under the static flip. It's Marc, VHS from the crypt.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're not aware, the wheels have fully fallen off of this episode. Marc, have you got a VHS tape to show us?
Yeah, I have, and obviously I've come prepared.
Obviously.
Right, do you know what, dude? You're fucking winding me right up.
Oh, fuck you.
I have come prepared with the best Mortal Kombat movie to exist.
Yeah? We all
No, you're supposed to boo this. You're supposed to boo.
Look at fucking Rage Bait Rachel over here.
Rage Bait. No, it's obviously not
Rage
Annihilation.
Bait.
It is Mortal Kombat. This movie is the pinnacle of my collection. I probably watched this more times than I care to admit to. I think as much as we've bitched and moaned, or as much as I've bitched and moaned,
We didn't.
Ninth
You did.
episode, I still like to put this on from time to time, just as a nostalgic throwback to the era of goodness for me. Do you know what I mean? So, like, Mortal Kombat is a really, really fun time. And I think the best way to watch it is on VHS, in all opinions. I do feel like it plays best on VHS because it feels like more a cumbersome of the time period. If you watch it now on streaming and you get those highlights and you get that HD definition of Reptile, it doesn't portray as well as it does on the VHS copy. So I think if you want to watch Mortal Kombat, check out the VHS version. And that is this week's VHS from the Crypt.
Make sure you go and follow Marc. He is at VHS from the Crypt on Instagram. There he shows off loads more of his VHS, and it's a really good time. Jim, as I can see, you are fully composed. Now is the time for you to give your big sales pitch as to where everyone can find you and how they can get in touch with you.
OnlyFans and Instagram.
OnlyFans. Please tell me you are at Jim's Retro Emporium on OnlyFans.
I should do. Do you know what? The amount of saucy messages I get, I should do. No, Instagram
at Jim's Retro Emporium. Jim, thank you so much for joining us for this week. And yeah, we don't edit, so like if you've made it all the way to the end, you are our sort of people because you fully rode with all the humor in this. This week's been an absolute blast. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review. Leave lots of comments to say how wonderful Jim was. Also, make sure you check us out on social and Patreon at You Run Podcast everywhere.
Annihilation next week. Sorry.
No, next week we are back with something that is equally as good that I have waited so long to get. Because next week, week, I get to school my co-host in Halloween as we take on Halloween 3. The best one.
Season of the Witch. You know what, Jim, right? Do you know what, Jim? Tonight, Jim, I've learned a lot about you.
Do you know what?
This is what I mean. I've learned a lot about you tonight, Jim. Do you know what I mean? I thought me and you were pals, and you.
No, you've learned that you don't want to mess with me,
my friend.
You're a
bad
fucking
man.
idiot.
Well,
yeah, dickhead. I fucking this cunt. Get him off. Get him off, Scott.
This is the sound.
No.
Just so you know, this is the soundbite that advertises this episode. That's it. A huge thank you to Jim.
This dickhead. He's just done out but caused trouble tonight.
Fuck off, you bald cunt.
Thank you to everyone for listening. This has been You Run Podcast Horror Movie Review on our final ever episode. We may see you next week. We may not. Goodbye.
You want to die tonight?
You're on podcast. You're on podcast. Late at night, I tune into your show where you talk horror with a unique flow. Your voice is like sirens, draws me in as you pick apart movies on murder and sin. Scott and Marc set the scene. I hang on every word, lost in the screen. Your passion for fear is contagious enough. You make me believe in Marc's fucking long round up. You're on podcast, horror movie review, sharing facts and playing games too. Your words paint pictures of darkness and dread, leaving me grinning long after you fled.
Fatality.
Podcast.